scarf on my old chair. I fold it neatly, leave it there, just in case you pass by someday. The kettle hums, I pour 1 cup, still make 2, it's just made up. I light a candle like we used to, and it's quiet now, but not too cold. I've got sweaters, I've got soul. It still stings when someone says your name, but I smile, it's not the same. The window shows a rust-red tree. It's not as golden without you and me, but I breathe it in, this soft grief. And it's quiet now, but not too cold. I've got books and time to hold. It still aches when old songs play your part, but I've learned it's just the heart. So I'll leave the light on low, in case you ever want to know I'm okay, just a little slow. You always drove too fast through quiet streets, told me your dreams like they'd already failed. We bought a map we never meant to use, and kissed in hotel lobbies just to feel like strangers. Now we're halfway to nowhere, with the music turned down low. You said I hate being loved for the things I show, and I whispered I know, but I still drove halfway to nowhere. left your sweater in the backseat again. Said it's nothing, just forgot like I forget to pretend that my hands don't miss your weight on mornings like these, the kind where the coffee cools slower than it should. We talked about everything but what we meant, like two actors stuck inside a script without an end. You only loved me in lowercase, in pauses between the second and third glass. And I still drive with no place to be, hoping the road forgets to ask why I replay our song when the city sleeps, like it's a promise I left unwrapped. The eggs overcooked, you said you like them that way, but I saw your eyes shift when I smiled too late. You opened the window, I closed the space between two people afraid to name the ache. You talked about a trip you'd never take. I laughed like that wasn't the moment I felt the break. You only loved me in lowercase, in quiet rooms where longing knew your name. And I still walk like you're 2 steps behind, pretending the air still feels the same in the chair you left slightly pulled out, like the ending wanted to be humane. Some stories never ask goodbye, they just stall between almost and not quite. We loved like people avoiding peace, and now I try to miss you without ceremony. You only loved me in lowercase, I guess I asked for too much clarity. And I still write one for the version of you that held me like time could be reading clean. But darling, I see it clear now, some feelings exist just to leave unseen. You left your sweater in the backseat again. I wear it when I need to recall what it meant to nearly begin. I built a garden in my mind, full of colors I can't find. People pass, they never stay, like streetlights lost in day. Mom said truth is never loud, Dad said pride can wear you out. I sat alone and wrote it down. Now I wear it like a crown. There's glass in the garden, I know I walk it slow. I don't cry, I watch it glow. Pain made a path, but I still go. You don't need to run just to grow. She said love is not a plan, it's just knowing where you stand. He gave silence as a gift. I learned how to read the rift. Life's a room you clean each night. Make your bed, then lose the light. If There's glass in the garden, I walk it slow. I don't bleed, I let it show. Hope isn't soft, it's just slow. You don't need to shine just to glow. Dreams that wore disguise, now I wear them in my eyes. Every cut became a map to places I won't turn back. So plant your fear and let it climb. Not every storm has to take up the car at 2:10. Lip gloss, red vinyl, motel shampoo. You slept through the morning like you always do. Dreaming of money, dreaming of blue. The city called me sugar when I first came around. Now even the palm trees look tired of this town. My heels on the pavement don't make a sound, like I'm already gone. I'm leaving Los Angeles with a tear in my dress. You said love was limitless, but I know less and less. Neon signs and white lines, I drive with no rest, looking for freedom that never said yes. I met a priest in San Luis Obispo. Said even saints fall, you just learn to let go. I kissed him once for the thrill of the ache, then lit a cigarette for forgiveness' sake. My life was a screen test, you played the lead, but you missed all my lines and forgot what I need. I wore your chain and sang your tune, but the glamour faded too soon. I'm leaving Los Angeles with my name in the air. You said I was dangerous, but you never cared. From Malibu fires to Sunset Motel, I loved you like heaven, but you left me in hell. Now I drive through the valley with the radio low, praying that somewhere still wants me to go. I don't need the lights, I don't need the crown, just a road that leads out of town. We live in glass towers surrounded by gold. You said the view was perfect, but it's always cold. There's bourbon on the counter, the curtains are torn, and I'm reading your letters like sacred song. You wanted heaven but stayed underground, wrote our names in dust, never said them out loud. You played your records while I lit the flame. Now everything's burning but no one's to blame. You used to drive fast on Sunset and Vine, red racing car, pretending time was mine. I watched your mother cry through a black veil, and still you danced so sweet, so pale. My dress was velvet, now it just feels dry. You kissed me soft like a Saturday lie. We laughed at the headlines, your hands on my waist, but you never looked up, just disappeared in grace. You wanted heaven but stayed underground, wrote our names in dust, never said them out loud. You played your records while I lit the flame. Now everything's burning but no one's to blame. Glass towers fall when no one's awake, and love's just a number we both faked. I'll wear your jacket, I'll play your chords, but I'm not your girl, not anymore.
The eggs were always overdone. You'd hum along out of tune. The faucet leaked, the window stuck, but Sunday made it feel like June. You hated rain but loved the sound. We'd leave the TV on, turn it down. You'd fall asleep with lights still on. I'd pretend to mind, but I never did. Our toothbrushes still lean the same, like they're waiting for a daily frame. I moved them once, it felt too loud, so I placed them back without a sound. Oh, all the little Sunday things, now they hum without your name. I fold your shirt, I clean your cup, still scared to pack it up. Is that still love, or just a frame? They say grief is loud or sharp, but this is quiet like a lamp left on. Not bright, not dark, just there too long, and I still call it home. Ooh, all the little Sunday things, now they hum without your name. I fold your shirt, Stays, but never changing.
We talked about Venice in the spring, but never booked the flight. Kept tracing dreams in water rings on the table every night. You said love was just a season that nobody really owns, but I kept you like a secret, buried deep in all my poems. And now you're just a city somewhere we'll never be, a postcard never written that still lives inside of me. You're a song I never finished, but I hum unconsciously. A place that once felt certain now feels like make-believe. You held me like a deadline, soft and closing in. We made plans like we were lifelines, but time was wearing thin. Your jacket in my closet still smells like might have been. I wear it when I'm honest about the space that I keep you in. And now you're just a city somewhere we'll never be, a postcard never written that still lives inside of me. You're a song I never finished, but I hum unconsciously. A place that once felt certain now feels like make-believe. Someone once told me some people love you in their timing, not in truth. And I wrote it on a napkin that I keep with me like proof. Now you're just a